So this video is actually more for your kiddos, but feel free to follow along as well. I know that I had a good time with it. But today I was in charge of art and science, and so we did leaf rubbings. So I'm just gonna jump right in, and if you want, you can share this with the kiddos in your life. All right. So did you know that art and science can work together? We are going to be both artists and scientists. Yesterday, I practiced being a scientist, and I went outside and I collected a bunch of leaves for us to look at together. So we're going to look at these leaves with our eyes right now. So right now, we want our hands to ourselves. Oh, look at that. I think he likes to be a part of these lives as well. All right, so let's see. I have lots of different leaves here. And when I look at this leaf, when I pick up this leaf and I kind of rub my fingers along the edge, I notice that there's a lot of little bumps and ridges. Do you see that leaf? So that's one example. All right, so we looked at this leaf together. And now, what about this one? What kind of shape does this remind you of? This one shows me that there's a little bit more spikes to it, right? A star? Or one of the kiddos today said that it kind of looks like your hand, doesn't it? So what's really cool about all of these leaves is they're all a little bit different, right? Just like we're all a little bit different. So in a minute, I encourage you to find your own leaf, and you can, everyone got to choose a leaf, a piece of paper with their name on it, and a crayon. Your leaf, I'm gonna choose this one. I think it has an interesting shape. And we practiced this together. So this is something we can practice together, okay? So hold up your imaginary leaf in your hand, and then make a piece of paper with your other hand. You're gonna take your imaginary leaf and you're gonna put it underneath your paper like this. And that's how we're going to do the leaf rubbing. And then you take your crayon, and what we did is we actually peeled the wrapper off of the crayon so you can see the whole thing, the whole color, right? You can choose whatever colors you want. And normally you would hold your crayon like this, right? But for this activity, we're gonna take our crayon and we're gonna turn it sideways, whoop, like that. So we can practice with our finger, right? This is our imaginary magic crayon. You take your crayon and you turn it sideways, whoop. And that's what you're gonna use for this activity. And then you can make pinchers. I wanted to show you one more thing. So let's look at another one of these leaves together. Whoop. All right, do you see the lines on this leaf? So the lines on the leaves are called veins. And did you know that we have veins too? If you take your wrist and you look, right, we're a scientist right now. If you look at your wrist, you'll see that you have veins too. So we have veins and leaves have veins. So that's our new vocabulary for today. I wanted to show you some that I did with the kiddos today. So you can see the different parts of the leaves, you can see the stem, you can see the veins, the different shapes, right? So I encourage you to experiment, find different kinds of leaves. While you're doing your leaf rubbing, ask yourself, what shape are these leaves? What's the shape of this leaf? What does it look like and what does it feel like?